So guys, this is the Mombasa Road. If you have been watching most of our videos, today we are also having another view. And I don't know if we'll be taken, you know, we had some of our supporters who requested we do a drive all the way to Machakos Turnoff.
The original government plan was that most plants come here. Okay. So you find various manufacturing plants here, and so you would suggest that there's a lot of emissions into the environment. And in fact, there's a time where there was a lot of flooding, and the bridge completely came down. So this was the place, in fact.
Yeah.
So a lot of mudslides that happened around these regions.
Shifting news.
The underpass,
Explore.
Underpass was
Feel. Shift.
blocked out. Okay. You know, this is part of Machakos County, and it's some sort of semi-arid, right? Not so much rain.
Yeah.
LearnAdemy helps educators, learners, and parents access all their learning solutions in one unified dashboard.
We are going to empower learners by equipping them with digital revision materials and skills. Through this, the learners will also develop confidence in using technology for learning.
We have been selected out of 52 organizations across Africa to join the Africa Impact Fundraising Program. This means that every contribution that will be made will be matched to one-to-one, doubling the power of your support.
Mombasa Road there.
Guys, see these are called warehouses. So good morning guys, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching us from. You can see we are just maneuvering through these warehouses. You can see we have lorries, trucks, different elements, raw materials, and just see how we have good flowers here. Fortunately, we have direct reflection of the sun. That's what I'm trying to set on this side. So to all our returning supporters, we say thank you for the continued support, for always being here, supporting our journey. And you know, on our journey, it's because of you. Shifting News is here. So you can see, I believe, I don't know if these are materials for cushions.
Yeah, that's Moko.
Oh, Moko.
One that does sofa sets and
mattresses.
Yeah. So this is, I think the HQ is here.
So this one is gated.
So this is their previous warehouse that was burnt down.
Oh, on the right.
Yes, but they have now rebuilt it. It's now almost fully functional. Mombasa Road.
Oh, this is where the trucks used to pass.
Yeah.
Back then.
Yeah.
So guys, I hope you'll enjoy the video. For our new visitors, this is the old Mombasa Road, and I hope you enjoy this video because there is a lot we are going to talk about. There is a lot you are going to see. And today I got an invitation. I had to visit one of the best startups here when it comes to matters of education. And you can see the houses on the other side. So the lead, the CEO, is the one driving me. Maybe let me allow him to introduce him. Though remember he's driving, so he may not be much focused on the camera. Hi, big boss.
Hello everyone, my name is Muliande Alex, and like the Shifting News team has said, I'm the founder and CEO of LearnAdemy. LearnAdemy is essentially a solution provider in matters education technology to schools, learners and parents. So I think we're essentially offering a 360 kind of solution in the education space. Welcome to the ride. Hopefully you'll enjoy.
Wow, guys, you have heard that is sort of LMS. Is it learning management?
Yes, so
What
it's
is LMS?
LMS in full means learning management system.
Yes.
But then LMS can come in various forms. We have a school management system essentially that speaks to the B2B kind of solutions, where we essentially provide solutions to schools for them to manage various aspects, including school fees management, learner management systems where they can be able to record their learners and the parents, essentially in terms of record keeping. We also, through the school management system, they can also be able to power online learning for their learners, assuming during the school holidays the learners want to learn remotely, the schools can be able to create content whereby now the learners can be able to access that. We also do communication solutions for schools, where through our school management system they can access bulk SMS functionalities. They can also access email system functionalities, where they can send bulk emails to their parents. They can also access app notifications, because we also have an app where they can be able to send notifications to their parents. And then we also have a notice board where they can be able to post notices for their parents to access. The second part of the learning management system is the learning resources for learners, where learners can be able to access learning resources. So what we have done is we've partnered with the tutors, teachers and other stakeholders to be able to digitize learning resources, where learners now can be able to access those solutions.
Wow.
Yeah.
And let me just interrupt you. And here at Shifting News, we are always eager. Technology is running the world. With the coming of AI, a lot of things are happening, and we are here covering. At Shifting News, we do travel, we do document development, infrastructure, and we are on this old Mombasa Road. I don't know if you have heard that sound. I don't know. Do you understand the technology used to construct this road?
Yeah, because previously it was a tarmac road. But then I think because of the frequent wear and tears and the repairs that frequently need to be done, it became very expensive. So I think the companies around here, majorly they are cement manufacturing companies. I think we have Mombasa Cement around, Portland and all those. So they came together, and instead of the tarmac road, they did what we call cement roads. I don't know the technology exactly, but essentially it's built out of cement, just like Mbagathi.
Raila Odinga way.
I think it's Raila Odinga way. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's it essentially, because it's easier to maintain and it's more durable than the tarmac roads. Because again, remember, there are very heavy trucks that normally use that particular road.
So guys, here we are at Shalom stage. That road, this is the Namanga Road, Nairobi Namanga Road. If you use that road, you'll be going to the Namanga border or to Amboseli National Park. And just over there, I'm wondering how that old Mombasa Road, so that is the place where most of the trucks were squeezing before the dueling came into place. So matters of education, you have heard actually now the engineers who made that road, and also those who constructed the Raila Odinga way, they had a goal, and it was long term. But I don't know, some people complain about the road not being too friendly to the tires. Is it true?
Well, honestly, I might not be able to comment on that, because again, I would ask, it depends with how frequently you use the road. I think users like myself, we use it once in a while, so we might not experience really the negative aspects of the wear and tear.
Okay.
So I think maybe if you're a frequent user, maybe there could be, because again, I would agree, especially with the noise that comes from the roads, it means there's more friction.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of sound that comes when you're using that road, more sound than the tarmac roads, right?
Okay.
So I would guess, now this is from my previous my physics from my physics classes.
Yes.
I would assume that it means more friction and maybe more wear and tear. It could be right. Yeah.
Wow. So guys, this is the Mombasa Road. If you have been watching most of our videos, today we are also having another view. And I don't know if we'll be taken, we had some of our supporters who requested we do a drive all the way to Machakos Turnoff. And the previous video, or some of the videos we did previously, were just revolving around the Athi River Flyover. So if today we manage to go up to the Machakos Turnoff, I hope it will be one of the biggest achievements to just bring all our supporters some of the best views. Now back to LearnAdemy. We have been with you. I think previously it had a different name. And is it an upgrade?
Yeah, of course. I think the first time we started the Shifting News team, our name was EduOnline, and then we now shifted to LearnAdemy. Of course, the shift was advised by various aspects.
Okay.
The first aspect was to achieve a global outfit. When we tried to acquire our IP assets through EduOnline,
yes,
it was not possible because we wanted eduonline.com, which was not available at that time because it was already taken.
Oh, so that means there was someone else using
using it. And so because we are very committed in terms of building education solutions that are not only applicable to the Kenyan market,
yes,
but also at some point we should be able to export our technology to other markets and other countries. So that was one of the reasons we had to shift, and in fact it was one of the main reasons we had to shift from EduOnline to LearnAdemy. Then again, we wanted to have a new breath in our branding, a new breath in our assets, and also with the same shift we're able to bring on board other solutions. Remember when we first talked, we mainly were offering B2C solutions,
yes, business
to customer solutions. And so with the shift to LearnAdemy now, we are able to bring in the B2B aspect in terms of school management, plus a whole lot of other solutions that we are offering to schools. I believe as we continue discussing, we'll be able to talk about each of those solutions along the way.
Okay. And also be educating us on this road, because some of these places we don't know them.
Okay, so
I just know the place we have passed, that is the Flyover. Then I just know this is Mombasa Road.
Okay, so I'm also not an expert as well, but I think we can be able to share some of the small milestones.
Yeah.
I think this is basically Athi River along Mombasa Road.
Yes.
Because of course the town is when there is a diversion that you use to go into the town. I think we already passed it into Athi River, but then this is the Athi River region.
Yes.
Where we have, I think this should be a steel processing plant. Is it?
No, DEVKi is behind there.
No, but
maybe
I think most of them are the steel processing plants that are normally along the way.
Okay. So these sides you find a lot of factories.
So in fact, this is this place is almost like gazetted, or rather reserved for industrial investments. So we find very many industries around here, and so I think a lot of issues around air pollution, around sound pollution normally happen around this place. But I think essentially it was because the original government plan was that most plants come here. Okay. So you find various manufacturing plants here, and so you would suggest that there's a lot of emissions into the environment, And in fact, this bridge here you can see.
This should be the Mbagathi River.
Yeah,
or
the Mbagathi
Athi
River.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's a very big river as well. But again, because of the industries here, you find a lot of pollution. Because again, a lot of dumping happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, last time when we were in Athi River, we were with the motorbike guy who was taking us around, whom we found at Vanilla Stage.
Even before you progress,
Yes.
there is this one is Green Park. Yeah, this is Green Park. I think it's a mall or something. But then again, there's a time where there was a lot of flooding, and the bridge completely came down. So this was the place, in fact.
Yeah.
So a lot of mudslides that happened around this region. In fact, the underpass was completely blocked out.
Okay.
It was in fact fixed recently.
And I can see good houses here.
Yeah.
So these were the houses that were floating in water. Some of
Partly,
them.
some of them, yeah, some of them. And some of this area was completely, completely blocked out because of the flood water.
So this is controlled development.
Sure.
Wow. So the guy was telling us that at River, as you said, it was demarcated for industries or factories. But I think with the coming, people have started infiltrating it in that now they are creating residential areas. So he was telling me, I think the major concern for them is dust. The main problem is dust. So I don't know if you have ever seen such a thing.
Yes, there is, and I would want to talk about it in two folds, right?
Yes.
The first fold is with industries comes manpower and human resource, because humans power industries. So, of course, when people are working in industries, then they need in the evening or they need somewhere to live. Honestly, so I think the problem was poor planning, because as the government was demarcating these regions for industrial development and factories, then they should have given solutions or other options for residential places. Because with industries, definitely people would need to live somewhere.
Yes.
But also on the dust aspect, there are two issues. There are the industrial actions, yes, but also the climate itself. This is part of Machakos County, and it's some sort of semi-arid, right? Not so much rain. Yeah. So most of the year round, there's minimal rain experience. And so that also contributes directly to the dust because of reduced, plant cover. Yeah.
Interesting. So guys, we are on this Mombasa Road. I hope you are enjoying this. And sometimes when you're traveling, these are some of the aspects we happen to understand. When you share your ideas, when you talk to people, you get to understand them in a very better way. So I don't know, I have seen somewhere Lukenya. I don't know if Lukenya is on those sides.
Yeah, in fact, this region is Lukenya.
Oh.
And then there is Daystar University.
They're now the headquarters of Daystar. People always believe the one at Ngong Road.
I'm not sure it's the headquarters, I'm not sure, but there's Daystar University. You can see Daystar there.
Yeah.
So it's about 3.5 kilometers. Around 3.5 kilometers.
On the left.
On the left. And then this is the entire Lukenya region, where there is, I think, the big school called Lukenya. I think people know about Lukenya. Yeah.
Oh, and the road that connects to Daystar University is just Maram.
It's tarmac for about 500 meters inwards, but from that point it's just Maram. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it even Maram or just a mud road? I'm not sure. It's not very well done.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think there's a town that developed out from Daystar. I think when you visit there, there's a lot of development around Daystar, because even most of the businesses there normally use the word Daystar. Like you find Daystar supermarket or Daystar shop. Yeah, so it's a small town that grew out of Daystar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe one of these fine days we'll find time to visit there. Shifting news is always on the travel mode. We are always eager to cover, to show people different places where they can invest, maybe understand the history of given places when time allows, and also just show like there is some construction happening around this place. Don't know if it's an upcoming residential area. And see this establishment, Masai. This could be a hotel.
Should be.
And it has a petrol station inside. And remember, we are on this Mombasa Road. If you are visiting us for the first time, make sure you join this amazing family. Subscribe, hit the notification bell to receive all notifications once we upload a new video. And to all our supporters from the US, from the UK, from Switzerland, from Sweden, from Finland, across Africa, across Kenya, we say thank you for the continued support. And we are here with Mr. Muliande from LearnAdemy. And back to LearnAdemy. I think maybe in short, if someone asks who or what is LearnAdemy, maybe could you summarize to us?
The summary towards LearnAdemy is, let me use this statement. So LearnAdemy helps educators, learners and parents access all their learning solutions in one unified dashboard. So look at it from an angle that we are envisioning what challenges our stakeholders in the education system are facing.
Okay.
Then we are actively building solutions for those particular challenges.
Nice. And maybe to some of our supporters who are very much interested in the matters to do with education, probably they want to revolutionize the education system in Kenya. We have most of our supporters who are in the US, who are in the UK. Maybe they observe the education system and maybe they say, like in Kenya, we still have some miles to go. And probably maybe they would wish to partner with LearnAdemy in one way or the other. Probably, could you talk to such people?
Okay, so let me build background. So essentially, we started LearnAdemy for, to solve the various challenges that we are experiencing. But core on those challenges was the digital divide that exists in Kenya, and by extension, the larger context of Africa. So with LearnAdemy, we are building affordable solutions that we can be able to now distribute in the various stakeholders that are within the learning cycle. So there's a lot of support in terms of partnership we can request for. Remember, for us to achieve sustainability, we are ensuring that some of our customers are paying for their solutions, right? Especially for the schools that are able to pay,
yes,
and for the learners that are able to pay, we have those solutions for sustainability. But again, we have programs that directly support stakeholders that don't have that financial capacity. For instance, LearnAdemy has programs where we are buying tablets and laptops for schools that are disadvantaged. Yes, where when we go to a school and we realize that this school is able to use technology but is disenfranchised because of the lack of those resources, we normally step in.
Nice.
Again, we find that there are also other teachers that would want to use technology but don't have that training, right?
Yes.
Either through technophobia or through lack of exposure. So what we are doing at LearnAdemy is that we have teacher upskilling programs that we are able to empower these teachers by training them on matters digital literacy.
Yes.
We give them access to train them on our learning management solutions, and then they're able to get conversant. Again, we also find out that there are other schools that cannot be able to afford subscriptions to school management systems.
Yes.
So for these schools, we either zero rate, right, so that they're not paying anything, or even subsidize.
Okay.
Yeah, just to encourage absorption.
Yes.
Because why are we doing this? Is because we've realized that with technology, schools can get up to 70% improved efficiency, right? Through improved data management, data management techniques.
Yes.
Also, analytics that comes out of use of technology, So the benefits are immense. So we are going out of our way to ensure that we are supporting this. So why did I say all that? Is because we are welcoming partners, either through donations or through ideas, to be able to come on board and support the impact that we are creating, you know, alongside within the school context that we operate in.
So have you visited some schools and you found that there is need maybe to facilitate them with tablets, and could be like a key concern, and probably if one of our supporters or some of our supporters can chip in, could that do you have maybe some specific schools you have already visited and you saw the need, they need to be equipped?
Oh, there are very many schools. In a week, let me tell you, in a week we do about 200 schools in a week.
In a week?
Yes.
Wow.
We do about 200 schools.
Okay.
And the goal is for business development, but also for mapping out some of the challenges that schools are facing.
Yes.
And so I might not say the names of the schools because again, I don't have express permission to call them out.
Yes.
But we have a list of, in fact, we have a waiting list of schools that need support.
Okay.
And even before I continue talking about technology, you will be surprised that some schools we go to, and we are able to understand that they're even facing problems even beyond technology. Like there's a school we went to, and that school is a community school. Normally supports disadvantaged learners in the society. And they told us that they have problems with food, right?
Yes.
So even as a tech company, we ended up buying food for that particular school. You understand?
Wow, yes.
So I think schools are facing unique problems and challenges, and we are using technology as an entry point towards helping these particular schools.
Okay.
Let me go back to technology. There is a school, the same school, for example, experienced floods at some point. What does that mean? It means that all the records that the school had were washed away with the floods.
Especially if they were physical.
Yeah, in fact, not especially. They were physical records in ledgers, and for that school it meant that they are going to be taken way back in terms of their records.
Yes.
So the administrator had to rebuild their records from scratch. And then when we gave the solution that we are giving to schools, that particular school director, they really appreciated what the program would do for them.
Wow.
But the biggest challenge now was they didn't have any sort of technology, be it a smartphone or a tablet or even a laptop.
Yes.
So now LearnAdemy had to come in and say, okay, because the school already had a challenge, the next time the floods would come, it means they would still lose their data, because again the structures in the school are not very permanent structures. So it means even if the floods came again, then they will still lose their data. And then again you find they're not connected to the grid. So even if you bought them a laptop, there's no power, right? So you find that we need to look for a solution that really suits that particular school. So in our estimation, we found out a tablet would be the best solution, because once a tablet is charged, then it means you can use it for even a full day without requiring some charge, right? So there's a lot of schools, and the list is we have a waiting list of about 50, and that list normally grows every time we visit new schools. So in case there is any person who wants to support what we are doing, we are open to conversations, and at that point we can be able to either reveal. Again, we have to talk to the school, tell them that we are approaching this partner who wants to support you in this way. Then it's a joint agreement between LearnAdemy, the partner, and the school.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening around this place.
So this place is normally like this because we are from a four lane highway, right?
Yes.
Because it is two lanes where we are going, and then 2 lanes on the other side.
Yes.
So this road converges in about, I think, 500 meters or something, converges into
single lane.
So the vehicles coming from Mombasa and the vehicles going to Mombasa,
now they merge.
So it has to be like this.
So that is, do you mean we are almost at the Machakos Turnoff?
We are almost there. I think we are almost, I would say maybe 1 or 2 kilometers.
Really?
Maximum, yes.
Wow. And I've seen other vehicles are passing over there.
Yeah, those are the heavy ones, but I think it causes a lot of problems to
your tires.
Tires as well as the underside.
Maintenance.
Yeah.
Okay. This is so interesting. So guys, for those who are watching and you are outside there, you can reach to us via Shifting News if you so wish, and your message can get to the relevant authorities, or you can visit LearnAdemy.com to make sure you learn more about what they are doing, their intention, and in terms of making sure that the digital divide is broken, in that now we have more people with access to more digital tools and education will be improved. And by the way, what was your motivation?
So I think I would say threefold. The very first, in fact, I started LearnAdemy as a laptop project. I'm always passionate about technology.
Yes.
And I'd worked on various solutions for other people. So I said I could work on a solution that speaks to education. And why education? I normally tell people that for me, I went through the public university system in Kenya, and I did a very technical course, yet the method of delivery was very theoretical. So our lecturers would deliver most of the things theoretically. So by the time I was going to work professionally, I had a lot of catching up to do. And what helped me was online solutions that, would present this knowledge through digital forms. The only downside was that most of them were not very organized. Most of them were not very localized, right? So what I said is that if I can use my professional experience to now build a solution that is localized and that is able to support learners who are disenfranchised by the system, then it would really make a lot of sense. That was the starting point.
Okay.
But then I did it as a laptop project for a long time. And then the turning point was during the COVID-19 period, when I lost someone close to me lost both of their parents, and I had to adopt them as a son.
Oh, sorry for that.
Then, so with the same problem as now a young parent at that point, because they were almost sitting for their, national exams. As a young parent, I was faced with the challenges of tracking what they were doing at school, because remember, being that period where they were sitting for their national exam, it was very necessary that we give them the support that they needed.
Yes.
That was problem one. Problem two was that they were physically challenged, and so they were full-time on the wheelchair. So access to learning resources was another bigger challenge.
Okay.
So with that motivation, I was able to say, what if my system could provide learning resources at the convenience of this learner, right?
Yes.
Those are some of the earliest, motivations, and they guided us to build the first prototype. Then we were able to test the prototypes out, and then after that we were able now to scale them into now after you of course testing our use cases through various schools. Then we were able to build that system, along those lines. Then on the commercial side, I think the next turning point was around 2023, where we now now went full out to build out the school management system.
Yes.
Is that because of rebranding, again also because of how the curriculum regulators worked.
Yes.
We found it more flexible rather than build content ourselves. We found it more flexible to build a system, then bring on board tutors and teachers to create content.
Yes.
You get?
Yeah.
So with that kind of motivation, now we are able to now build in the infrastructure that we have today.
Now, given that there is a point where you said your plan is more of local.
Yes.
You wanted to focus on more of local.
Yes.
And when we check the system in Kenya, we changed from 844. Right now, we are on CBE.
Yes.
Not even CBC. CBC was just rolled out, and then recently there was a ton of events.
Yes.
How do you make sure that you are is it compliance? Do we say compliance with how the education system is changing?
Okay. So I think the first concern we normally especially when you're doing a product development,
Yes.
is scalability, right? And also scalability and also the flexibility of the system to adopt various curricula.
Okay.
So that's the first thing we do. So what we do is we create a modular kind of aspect,
Yes.
where the system is controlled in a modular way, so that we are always able to add in a particular aspect of a curriculum or remove it if it's obsolete, right? So it makes it very flexible. Yeah.
It seems those guys are moving. Remember, education is key. They say probably those ones understand that route. And now with the coming of Google Maps, people can check and they see this line here is more of red. So now you have to find how to maneuver. Like now we have to sit on this traffic snarl up. Probably let us know, have you ever used this route from Athi River as you head to Machakos, either Machakos County headed to Kitui? Have you ever experienced this? What's the most or the best time? Because right now is about it's 4 p.m. That is 4 o'clock in the evening. So you have heard from LearnAdemy and in terms of how they adapt to changes, that the system is modular and focused on scalability in terms of any change. When most of the items are obsolete, then it means some of the modules have to be done away with. When there are changes, then they also have to factor in the changes. So is everything like, do you outsource the system or it is in-house?
Yeah, so LearnAdemy is in-housely built, in fact researched and built from in-house. And you'd find that we are constantly even doing more research and creating more solutions. For example, just to demonstrate that, is that we conduct our own research amongst our stakeholders, our schools that use our system, and normally ask them what solutions that they would wish and that are missing within our platform.
Yes.
So for instance, we have now the school finder. Most schools said it's very expensive for them to maintain personal websites. It's very expensive for them to keep on updating data online, their phone numbers, you know. So what we did is that we added a module that automatically picks data that the schools use on a day-to-day basis.
Yes.
To create a sort of page or profile for them to be easily discoverable to potential customers. So now it's very easy for parents to find schools within a particular region, geographical region, and we also have different data sets, either price or like I said, region, or even school type. Is it private, government, right? So with all these locally built solutions, then it means we are really talking to the end users.
Yes.
Before we create solutions internally. So if for example we are depending on an imported solution, it will be very difficult for us to add in functionalities. Yeah.
Okay. So guys, remember we are on this Mombasa Road, and there was a time there was too much talk about the Mombasa Expressway, and I think they had already identified an investor, and I think they called it Usahihi Highway or Usahihi Expressway. Not sure about, I think I'll need to go dig more information on that probably, but I think Mombasa Road all the way to the coast needs some TLC, that is some tender love and care. You see, if you listened to the State of the Nation address of the President of the Republic, I think one of the key roads mentioned is the Rironi Mau Summit road that is going to be dualed, but unfortunately it will be a tolled road. But people are saying as long as you offer the alternative for the free, and I'm sure people will be using the tolled road, because right now even people are enjoying the services of the expressway, but the years that are placed into the loan facility sometimes is it becomes hard. Like the other day we were hearing in the news or in the media about the Talanta Stadium that it is costing around, construction is costing almost 45 billion, but once they recoup, or in terms of interest, it will be more than threefold, to a tune of more than 150 billion. So I don't know if we can always have feasibility studies, and whereby you see recently we had securitization of the fuel levy. So if we can have some infrastructure bonds to assist us in the build-up of the nation, whereby we don't have a lot of public debts or foreign borrowing, then the country. And remember, everybody is talking about Kenya becoming a first world country, hoping very soon we'll be heading towards that. And most of the projects stop because of lack of funds, especially when the government doesn't have funds. You will find most of the projects will stall, like we had with the Ngong Road, Kenyatta Avenue viaducts, until recently when we had the release of the fuel levy. Most of the contractors, that was around 172 billion Kenyan shillings from the fuel levy, and most of the contractors were paid something. And right now most of the projects are ongoing. We have the Kamandura interchange, we have the completed, I don't know if it is fully complete, but the Kangemi interchange, we have Gitaru interchange, we have Zambezi interchange, and more others that are being done. We also have the Green Park underpass that is almost done, and the other projects that are happening. We have the Talanta Stadium, we have the Ngong Road, and that is only in Nairobi, by the way. I'm not talking about countrywide, because in the coastal region we have other projects that are coming up. And also when you look in the Nyanza region or the western region, there are a lot of projects happening there. And also we also have some others that are geared towards climate, like the Nairobi River regeneration. We hope that one will be implemented very soon to make sure that Nairobi regains its glory of the green city under the sun. So Mr. Muliande, I think you have heard while I was talking, most of the projects in Kenya are mega projects, and at times lack of funds make most of them to stall. And this is also, we can relate this to most startups. Most startups will always hit that rail, or do we say blockage, when it comes to funds. So maybe, do you have some challenges you face? You know, I don't know if I can call LearnAdemy as a startup.
Yes, LearnAdemy is a startup. Of course, challenges are myriad. I mean, of course, just like any engagement, like even you say, the way you said, government project has told you to funding,
yes,
financing,
yes,
and yet government has resources and friends across the world. So it can only tell you that startups like LearnAdemy also would face the same challenges.
Yes.
What I would outline is, I think, the word resilience.
Yes.
Sometimes the journey might be difficult, but if you persist on the journey, then it means you might get the destination, right?
Yeah.
But again, along the way, it calls for a lot of creativity, so that you can be able to be creative in terms of survival, know when to invest, know in a particular project or aspect of the business, know when not to invest in it, know when to lay low, because sometimes, unfortunately, you might need to lay low and say, okay, fine, there's no funds in this particular period.
Yes.
Let me wait until another period. Yeah, there's that's a life cycle. And in fact, I'm saying what we have gone through ourselves.
Yes.
A couple of times we've had to close our offices because of financing. A couple of times we've had to suspend some projects, or rather some activities. But I think all in all is to try and stay in as long as you can.
Okay.
Because with time, then you build experience. With time, you build networks.
Yes.
With time, you experience a lot of things along the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So now, put Alex aside. Talk about now, maybe assuming it's LearnAdemy talking through you. Can you talk to one of the investors maybe who might be watching?
In fact, it's a good one, because
Yes.
currently we are fundraising. I think we are fundraising for the seed stage, because we've done most of the bootstrapping. We've tested out the product. We've in fact achieved a lot of impact.
Yes.
A lot of stories people can be able to tell about what we are doing in the education space. We've created a lot of partnerships, and so we are fundraising for the next milestone. We just now need to scale into the next stage. So if you are an investor who would want to invest in a startup, or rather in a venture that is focused on impact, LearnAdemy is a place to go.
Yes.
If you are an investor who wants to invest in an ambitious project or company, LearnAdemy is a place to go. And why do I say ambitious? LearnAdemy wants to cut its space in the African technology space as a pioneer, a serious pioneer in building tools, educational tools. I say this because most of the products that are existing in Africa are imported, and in fact just rebranded, right? But for LearnAdemy, we are creating things from ground up. We are going to do our own research. We are doing our own development.
Yes.
So it means if you are an investor who wants to build for the African market, for the Kenyan market, and by extension for the African market, LearnAdemy is a place to look for. And then I think to finalize is that LearnAdemy is a place you can put your money on, because we are actively impacting through a 360 kind of approach. We are not only building solutions for the teacher, or building solutions for the learner, or building solutions for the parents.
Yes.
In fact, building solutions for all those people in one unified dashboard through a technology that is not only for this era, but even for the era, for the future.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Guys, you hear that? And technology is going to run the world. We have AI taking over a lot of things. Yeah. So guys, you can see over there we have that is Lake Oil. Is it Lake Oil or Lake whatever? Lake Energies. And it is written Machakos Junction. That means we are almost at the Machakos Turnoff. But the traffic snarl up here. And you see others are just migrating to the other stretches. Others have gone on the bushes on the other side. But very soon we'll be maneuvering.
So I think anyone using this road, whenever they get to this junction,
Yes.
I think it's just a standard operating procedure that you expect such a snarl up. Because it's usually the case, even though today is a little bit extra, but normally you would find there's some slow traffic around this place. And in fact, if you remember through the presidential address that he did yesterday,
Yes.
one of the places that they want to dual
Yes.
is I think was it Machakos something? the road to Mombasa. That's one of the focus areas they want to do. I think at least to alleviate some of these challenges that normally happen at this stretch. Yeah.
So you as LearnAdemy and maybe in person, what can, in terms of infrastructure, what can you maybe tell the government?
I think what I would say, tell the government, to encourage the government is to continue building more infrastructure. To illustrate that, for example, for me as a business person, for instance, I'm having a lot of engagements with people across town. Assuming you have a meeting in Westlands, you have a meeting in Kitui, you know, all those other regions. Meetings that would contribute positively to organization. It means when there's a lot of traffic, you are going to get late to the meeting, or you're even losing a lot of time on the roads rather than in the actual work, right? So in my experience, projects like the highway, the expressway, have been very instrumental in reducing the amount of time we use to travel. Again, look at the bypasses. For instance, I rarely go to town, which saves me a lot of time, especially if I have meetings around the Nairobi environs. I use the bypasses. So that's just one of the ways to illustrate that with more infrastructure, especially roads, then businesses can be able to operate more efficiently by saving time. Yeah.
So guys, we always have demands towards our government, and as you have seen in most of our videos, people have demanded quality work, and especially in Nairobi, people have addressed the governor saying that most of the projects are taking long. Like we have the Haile Selassie upgrade, we have the Moi Avenue service lane. Some are saying the quality not that good, and we hope our government officials do watch and also read the comments about the suggestions of people on how to make sure that our city and our country is superb. Sometimes lack of information is what ruins us. Now we need collective effort to mwananchi. Like recently there was the launch of traffic lights in Kisumu, and we had some of the residents saying that the government or the Kenya should take the initiative of going to educate them on how to use the traffic lights, because they are used to just wakifika hapo kwa junction, they're gone. So right now they need to know red, about the green, and how to respect other motorists on the road, how to respect the pedestrians, how to respect the bicycles, leave alone the motorbikes. So I think again it also calls collective effort from us as citizens. What are we supposed to do, especially when we have infrastructure? You see, like now we are in this traffic snarl up. Other people have gone on the other side. Now it seems they have wako na haraka kutuliko. So you see, those are some of the things. Even when people watch these videos, they say, hey, Kenyans or as citizens, we have dustbins in town, and a person will just go to throw litter just aside. So I don't know, what should we do when we call upon the government to do a lot for us as citizens? What are we doing? Maybe Mr. Alex, what can be your call to action to our citizens, especially given that now we demand good infrastructure, which is good, especially when we say, are we going to eat roads? And then you find that we have products that cannot reach the market very quick, they spoil. So if we have good infrastructure, that means most of our farm produce will reach the market very quick. So maybe what can be your advice, or maybe to the citizens?
I think one, the citizens are always right to some extent. So because again the citizen will speak from the perspective of their pain points, right?
Yes.
People will advocate for the issues they feel are affecting them directly.
Yes.
But aside from that is that I would want to encourage the citizens to hold the government accountable, to continue holding the government accountable. For instance, you mentioned about bad roads, right?
Yes.
It's only the citizens that can, say that the roads are not good, or rather the roads were constructed in a bad way, substandard, so that the government can be able to improve on those issues, right?
Yes.
So I would want to encourage accountability, but also encourage the citizens to provide information to the government in terms of like the number. I know that it could be happening, but what I'm suggesting is that things should not be done because there's doing, but things should be guided by data, by research, and by feedback.
Yes.
So the citizens should be able to give government feedback on almost all these issues, so that the government can be able to operate from a point of knowledge. Yeah.
And what about for the existing infrastructure? Let's say me as a citizen using the infrastructure, what can you tell me? For example, the dustbins in town. I hope you have watched some of the videos.
Yes.
Regarding to Nairobi CBD, where we have dustbins. Somehow some of them are very full. Maybe the county haven't collected them. Then we also have yes, we have the dustbins, but people are throwing litter just some few meters just from the dustbin.
I think what I would want to say comment on that is, let's be law abiding, and by law I mean the standards that have been put in by society, by government. Then we just have to abide by them, because if you're abiding by the laws, then fundamentally you are protecting the other person next to you.
Yes.
But also you are validating the reason why an investment was done to maybe build a road or even install those dustbins.
Okay.
And by extension, then you are also being responsible as a citizen. So can we use some of this infrastructure that is there and use it responsibly, effectively, and to do the right purpose? For instance, someone can still use the dustbin but in a wrong way. Maybe steal it and take it to their own home.
Initially, you know what happened? They had installed the metal dustbins.
Yes.
I think they were vandalized.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, if you watch, there is this CC for environment, the former.
Yes.
That is Mosiria. And they decided to bring the heavy plastic dustbins. And they said these ones do not have value. So I don't think people will steal them.
Yeah. So I think that's the case. For instance, again, in the matter of roads, right?
Yes.
If you are constantly overlapping, and especially when there's a traffic jam like this,
Yes.
you constantly need to overlap. It means when you are getting off-road to start overlapping, you will destroy the size of the road.
Yeah.
And bit by bit, the distraction will come towards the road itself. So before you realize it, the roads will start being very narrow.
Yes.
Right? So if a road was built very well from the initial space, overall, because of overlapping and people having to use the side of the road, we continuously destroy the roads, and it means we are going to use more money in rehabilitation, in doing some of the repairs, right?
Yeah.
So I think the goal is to use everything responsibly, and so that it can really make a lot of sense.
Wow. So to our supporters, to our viewers, I think it is collective effort. Let's hold our government accountable, and as citizens, let us do our part. Let us respect the law of the land. Let us respect our existing infrastructure, whatever resources we have. By the way, we have a great Kenya, a great country. I think I have heard that from those people who visit, let's say, the UK. People say we have a great country. So let's be proud of our country. Let's make Kenya great, and let's also share the dream of making Kenya a first world country. So remember, this is Shifting News, and we are on this Mombasa Road. It's decided today, let's give you the taste of the road, how people always experience. Just moving slowly by slowly, the heavy trucks, all of these are headed towards Mombasa Port, and I think most of them have the envision to get to Mtito Andei. probably because that is where they take a break for the night. And guys, if you're outside there, you would wish to support us, we have an ambition of going to the coastal area. We needed a truck driver, maybe who could accommodate us, especially those who travel from the morning times. Or if you are there, you operate these coastal buses. You can accommodate shifting news on one of your drives, especially in the morning. We would wish to do a drive to the coast. We have a lot of things to do in the coast because we need around 10 days. So if you are outside there, you would wish to support us, feel free. You can say that accommodation is on you and we'll be glad. Maybe the movements, you know, when we'll be in coast, we have to do a lot of movements. So feel free. And also check our Mchanga fundraiser. And by the way, I heard you said you are doing, is it seed? What do you call it? Is it seed?
Fundraising
seed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's on the commercial side. It will really help us to achieve our next milestones, implement the projects and products that are in line, especially for our 2026, 2029.
Yes.
Strategic plan. Yeah.
So will you share the link so that I can maybe share in the description of the video or in the comment?
No, I think that's a different project altogether. So I think what you're talking about is the fundraising challenge that we are having for November. So let me give you a little background.
Yes.
So LearnAdemy, along the way, we've done a lot of impact.
Yes.
And so I think let me just outline. For instance, we've been able to give our solutions zero-rated to a lot of schools.
Yes.
We've been able to support schools through the free digital gadgets.
Mm-hmm.
We've also been able to do a lot of teacher upskilling.
Yes.
So that teachers are now better users of technology. Aside from that, we've done a lot of learner empowerment through our digital teacher initiative.
Yes.
Where we go from school to school to be able to empower learners in terms of the proper use of internet. Mm-hmm. Also mentoring them across various programs.
Yeah.
So because of that impact that we've done across the year, we were selected out of 4,000 organizations in Africa.
Wow.
We are among the 52 that were selected.
Wow.
To be able to represent them by the New African Fund.
Okay.
So what they are doing is that for this fundraising challenge, it's a 1 month challenge, they will select 10 organizations from the 52 who are going to proceed to the next level.
Okay.
Then the next level means access to more funding in terms of the impact that we are creating, also training in terms of fundraising. Yeah, they will be able to train us along those lines. But before then, now what is happening in the fundraising challenge is that we are supposed to reach out to our networks, our supporters, anyone who believe in quality education.
Yes.
So that they can contribute through a donation. Mm-hmm. To our special link. Yes. I can share with you the link, then you can be able to share with your audiences.
Okay.
So basically, when they support us, they'll be able to do two things. One, their contribution is going to be matched 1-to-1 by the African Fund. Right? So if you're able to give $25,
yes,
they'll be able to give us $50. Your contribution plus their matching. Then if you support us to that donation again, it means we are going to emerge out of the top 10. Yes. Right? Then it means we are going to progress to the next level of that particular program.
Wow.
Yeah.
Guys, we keep learning. So if you're outside there, feel free to check LearnAdemy.com to learn more of the product, what they do, their vision, their objectives, and probably be part of the journey. Support them, whether with your $10, whether with your $20, $100, $1,000, or even 100,000. And also remember, when we were doing from the start of the video, we have heard that they have visited a number of schools. They are trying to support more schools with access to digital tools, items like tablets. So if you would like to partner with LearnAdemy in terms of having the schools equipped, feel free. you can reach to them. You can visit their website, that is LearnAdemy.com, or you can also reach out to us at Shifting News. Your message will automatically reach to them. And we are still stuck in this traffic. So the patience, they say patience pays. I don't know who said patience pays.
The wise man. Or woman for that case.
So here you have to wait. You know, sometimes you can use that other road over there.
But
And then you go to the...
I think also across, what you can be able to see is a forest or thicket.
Yeah.
I think it's some sort of maybe we might find out what is it, a national park or some game park or something, because I've seen antelope sometimes.
Ah.
Yes. So I don't know what it is, but we might find out.
I think in Lukenya they always say no. I'll go to find out.
Yeah.
Mutongoi, that bus must be going to Kitui. So one of these fine days we'll be using such buses to Kitui. We have some of our supporters in Kitui who have invited us there. Guys, your support means a lot to us. Keep watching, keep liking, and also when we bring people on board. This was just an impromptu random talk. We didn't anticipate to have such. But maybe one of these days, if you have watched this video and you feel like we need to have a formal sitting with LearnAdemy to understand better, let us hear your questions, and maybe we can do another setup where we just sit down and have a more lengthy talk. Guys, the reason why I've gone silent is I'm thirsty, and you see we are in a dry we are in the Machakos County. I don't know if we have crossed Mavoko constituency, because Athi River is in Mavoko. So sometimes you can talk until you become thirsty, but we do this is passion, and you people always power us to do more. You know, without you people there is no Shifting News. Me alone cannot be.
So that's where the road ends.
Ah.
So if you can see now, it's almost a single. You see the cars that are coming from the other side.
Oh, that's why we experience this heavy. Yeah. Oh, because right now they come join here.
Yes. Come join.
Ah.
So now it's basically 2 lanes. One lane 2 and 1 lane 4.
And guys, remember, when you are driving on these roads, when you meet these trailers, sometimes respect the road, because that guy is on top there and you maybe you are driving you know. So is this officially the Machakos Turnoff, or we still have some 1 kilometer to go?
It's about, you know, we've barely covered even 500 meters since we are stagnated. In fact, it's not very far.
Oh, only that because of the
traffic.
Yeah.
It's not very far. In fact, if you could, don't know, but it's not very far.
Ah.
Yeah. It's about I would say 500 meters or 1 kilometer. I don't think so. It should be very, very short distance.
Ah. And guys, you can see other road motorists have gone for a walk, exploration. So by bad luck, if one of the vehicles stall there,
The rest of them are going to be.
then now it becomes a challenge. They have to wait. So this means we also need overpasses or the more roads to be built, like the expressway where we have the upper road and the lower road.
No, I think for this,
Yes.
we just need a proper interchange. Because the reason why we are experiencing this is that there are cars that are coming from Mombasa, or other vehicles that are coming from Mombasa,
Yes.
need to go to Machakos, right? So they have to turn. Then it means we have to wait for them to turn. There are also vehicles that are coming from our direction that are going to maybe Mombasa.
Yes.
So they have to wait for all that exchange, because essentially it's a T-junction, almost like a T-junction that we have there.
Okay.
So if we had a proper interchange,
Yes.
that vehicles that are going straight would essentially be maybe on top, and the others would maybe use like some sort of roundabout. Then that would really sort this entire scenario.
Okay.
Because like you will see,
Yes.
on your way to Machakos, there is no jam, there is no vehicle. In fact, it's a very
clear.
empty road. It's a
Yes.
very clear road.
Yes.
Right? So with the proper interchange, it means it will be very easy for the vehicles to maneuver, and then which results to lesser snarl up like we have right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And guys, can you see towards that fence there is those unique plantations? When you pluck some of, I don't know if it's a branch or the leaf.
That's it's called euphorbia.
Oh, euphorbia.
Yeah, the one that is milky.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's good for fencing. It makes a good fence. And most of our traditional homes, when people are subdividing lands, it was used as a beacon. Guys, we are just moving slowly by slowly. And remember, we are in this Machakos County, just neighboring Nairobi County. And there is, at that Syokimau interchange, the SGR interchange, I think there is a thin line there which demarcates the boundary. And they say JKIA was supposed to be in Machakos County. I don't know how it happened that JKI is in Nairobi County. Let us hear your comments in the comment section. Share your views, share your insights. And you are here still moving. And remember, when you watch this video, the link of LearnAdemy.com, we shall also include it in the description of this video. Make sure matters of education, if you would wish maybe to join them in their journey, or you'd wish to support a school via them, maybe tablets, or you're a manufacturer for tablets, or you're someone who is selling tablets and you'd wish to partner with them in terms of creating awareness, they are open. Feel free to, through their website, you can check them, or you can also liaise with us. We can always connect you to them. So those vehicles are trying to evade jam. There is a back road over there.
I'm not sure. I don't think it's a back road really. Maybe they are going to collect some things or they
Okay. Maybe you could just, as we wait for the traffic to clear, you could also just highlight, because I'm sure there are those who are joining this conversation right now. Maybe you could just highlight about LearnAdemy.
Yeah, so I think we've said much about LearnAdemy. Then
Yes.
let's talk about our ideal customers. Let me speak to our customers, maybe who might be listening
Yes.
or watching in.
Yes.
First and foremost, we have school directors, school owners, school headmasters, just school heads, right? If you want to improve management of your school by digitizing most of the functions, then we can be able to support you on that journey. We'll be able to give you a school management system that is able to do various functions for you, communicating with your parents, managing your admissions much better, powering online learning for your learners across other functionalities. And even before I say more, is that our system is safe, secure, and easy to use. Those are three keywords that we ensured that our system covers. It's secure, safe, and easy to use. So you can use it on any device, be it a tablet, be it a laptop, a personal computer, talk of any device, right?
Yes.
The second group of customers that I can talk to is learners and parents. Learners who want to access learning resources and learn at the comfort of their houses, wherever they are. Then LearnAdemy is a place to go. Talk to us. We'll be able to give you those solutions because we are partnering with various stakeholders who supply approved content. Then you can be able to use that content. So for the parents who are looking for learning resources for their children again, then LearnAdemy is a place to go. So talk to us. We'll be able to show you how you can connect your parent account and your learner account, your child account. Then you can be able to track your child as they revise online, as they learn online.
Yes.
The last category is teachers who would want to publish their content online. Remember we said we are working with stakeholders who publish their content, then we distribute this content, right? So if you are a teacher, if you are a tutor, if you are anyone who wants to dispense knowledge and lessons, then LearnAdemy is a place to go. Speak to us. We'll be able to help you create an account, be able to teach you on our tools. And then from that point, you'll be able to use our platform to deliver your content.
Wow. So those are the key customers.
The key customers.
Okay.
And also, again, especially for the schools, we normally do a lot of programs in schools. We normally engage with learners. We normally engage with teachers. So again, if you are a school who would wish to invite us to your school to be able to just come and share what we are doing, we can come and engage your learners. We can come and engage your teachers. Yeah, so speak to us, because our solutions are widespread. We, like I said, we are giving various solutions within the same unified dashboard.
Okay, that's great. And the investors, they're not part or those.
Yeah, for the investors, I think I'd address the investors.
Oh,
earlier.
yeah.
If they wish to invest in our company,
Yes.
we are actively fundraising for the seed stage.
Yes.
Yeah, so that we can be able to they can be able to reach us out. We can be able to negotiate. We can be able to talk, share more about our milestones, because we are not just starting off. We have paying customers. We also have a lot of impact that we've been able to create along the way. We have active users, So if you're an investor, you'd want to invest in the education sector, talk to us and we'll be able to, of course, craft out a deal.
Wow. As Shifting News, we always gear towards having content that one day will be used as reference in learning institutions, or having videos and information that people can reference to. You can see that is Total Energies Machakos Junction. So in most of the cases, we need to create content that can be consumed across, and people will in future be using them as reference points. maybe you as LearnAdemy, what can you advise me as a travel content creator who focuses on travel, infrastructure, lifestyle, and development, maybe across different cities, places, rural areas, and maybe very soon we'll be going international to other countries to learn their history, to learn their beautiful, like, you know, Africa, we are so blessed. Only that right now most of us are going for greener pastures, and I think you can agree with me. What China did is they took most of their people, let's say, to the developed countries, and then they tapped them back, and right now China is on another level. So do you think, or do you believe, like, okay, apart from the advice to us, then also do you believe that Africa can also create its greener pastures where we shall have more people coming to visit here, because we have a lot of resources?
I think, not that I think, I'm sure that Africa has, let me start from that point. Africa has a lot of resources, and the reason I start from that is I pride myself with being able to localize some of the solutions.
Yes.
Because one of the driving force was that they believe that a good school management platform, for example, can be built by a Kenyan, can be built by an African, right? Yes. So I believe we have the talent, we have the resources. I don't know, of course it depends with where you are looking at it from. Yes. But I believe we have the capability to be able to build a lot of resources within. Yesterday I was reading a case, not sure how true it is, but Rwanda is being subcontracted to build a health management system for, I think, was it a Caribbean country? Is it Jamaica or something, right?
Interesting.
So it means that we can not only import technology,
yes,
but we are at a place where we can export it.
Wow.
Right? And so I'm encouraging that we as Africans, we build. Let us look at the problems that are existing on our soil, then sit down and create these solutions creatively by use of technology, especially with the advancements that they are.
Yeah.
Then for, you know, content creators like yourself, lifestyle, you know, speaking from that standpoint,
yes,
is you can always pass this knowledge to other aspiring content creators. I believe in your journey, you've been able to get a lot of problems, a lot of learning, a lot of lessons, right?
Yes.
Why should someone else go through what you went through? So you can also create master classes, right, that relate to the African or the Kenyan context, where you can be able to pass down this knowledge. LearnAdemy can support you by giving you a platform to disseminate this knowledge in a well-organized manner.
Yes.
You know, give you a platform, then you disseminate this information. You can even set quizzes, you know, assessments to be able to measure the level of understanding in terms of your lessons to you know, content creators, right?
Wow.
But also, aside from that, is that we are constantly using technology that is built by you know, by global entities, right?
Yes.
But as content creators also, can you sit down and envision a point where you can create localized content sharing platforms that can supplement, not really replace, rather supplement the global providers, so that we have localized channels, for instance, where you can be able to now package this information in a localized manner, so that you can not only be consumers but also contribute to the development of these solutions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's wonderful. And
sorry to cut you off. Also, I think you are doing a great job.
Wow.
Because what the service African has been done for in the past is that stories are being told in the lenses of foreigners. You know, foreign players, right?
Yes.
But the role that you guys are playing today is very critical, because you are packaging this information from you know, from an African context. We can tell our stories better ourselves.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, we can show our landscapes better ourselves. You know, we can explore our, you know, our roads, our infrastructure, yes, better ourselves. Let me give you a scenario.
Yes.
People normally say, a white man, discovered Mount Kenya, for example. But assuming there was a content creator those days, an African content creator those days,
Yes.
who would travel, because Mount Kenya was not invented. It was just discovered. It was there, and I don't think it was. And if it was discovered, it was discovered by the locals who are living in those regions, right? So I think what you guys are doing today as content creators is very impactful and is very vital in telling our stories our own way.
Wow. To my fellow creators outside there, you have heard. That is so motivational. So continue the good spirit. Let's showcase Africa in a great way. And you have heard LearnAdemy have a platform. If you have a masterclass, you would wish to make others learn. And it could be a good way also to earn an extra coin. You never know. So consider also visiting LearnAdemy to learn more. Because now, given that it's a 360 wholesome solution, be it for, yes, more focus is on the, let's say, the learners, the schools, educators, and let's say the institutions. But I believe with the time, and remember about the scalability. You see, when we have such master classes that are not targeting directly the students, but let's say the upcoming creators, I believe they can provide such a provision. So make sure you visit, learn more, and let's keep shifting. Let's keep the motivation. Let's make Kenya great. Let's make Africa great. So to all of you who are still watching, for sure, you are our great support system. And we are on this, and due to the traffic snarl up, that's why you see we are taking time. We just have to go with the traffic. The video is long, but we keep shifting and we'll keep bringing more and more to ensure that you get the best understanding of our areas and get to understand some of the people we are ready to work with.
Serious.
He's bulldozing.
No, but he would have easily hit me. Sasa only nimekwenda kwa coming truck.
That's why they say you are the only sane driver.
No, I have insurance.
And even these ones I want to join. Sometimes you just have to give way. We have a petrol station here called Chumvi Machakos Inn. But the Chumvi is Q. K-U. I don't know if you can see, that is the African fuels, that name Chumvi. And officially we come here. So this is the junction.
Yeah.
Wow. On the right is Machakos Kitui.
Wasn't far.
A9.
See, like I was
And
telling
here
you.
it is moving.
Nice.
So guys, welcome to Machakos Turnoff. That one is continuing from Mombasa Road. And this is the Machakos Road.
Are you sure we didn't have a government function this side?
I'm not very sure. Guys, I want to say thank you for having watched this video up to this far. It has been amazing just riding, and also for the first time we have brought this video from the Athi River area to this Machakos Turnoff. It has been a wonderful conversation. I hope you have enjoyed the conversation. I hope you have enjoyed the road views, and I hope administration will do their part and our citizens will do our part. And also visit LearnAdemy.com. Check them out. We have Mr. Alex who has been thank you for taking your time to host us.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it wasn't a planned let's say a planned talk, but I think I've enjoyed, and also I've enjoyed the ride as we enter this Machakos. Maybe you can say something to our viewers as we close the video.
Yeah, thank you guys for driving along. I mean, I think we've shared very good views of the road, aside from the snarl up that was there before the junction. And also thank you for listening to our story at LearnAdemy. And we really hope that you can also become our greatest supporters as you support Shifting News. Also support us either through being our customers or being our ambassadors, or helping us to continue advocating for quality education amongst our learners. I mean, education for me is very special, is very personal. I mean, I'm very concerned about ensuring that quality education is impacted amongst the learners. So thank you guys, thank you for being part of the journey.
Wow. So thank you, and see you in our next video. I was not sure that we were going to join the road to Machakos after the turnoff. So just enjoy some of the evening views, and I hope next time we will be doing some exploration towards the Machakos area within the Machakos County. We also have some planned itineraries all the way to Kitui with amazing views and wonderful places to visit. We want to check how such counties are evolving, or in terms of development, in terms of tourism, all that. We need to promote our counties, we need to promote our areas and see how growth is affecting some areas. So if you stay in such areas and there is an establishment you would wish to be featured, kindly reach us via our email, or you can WhatsApp us through the number in the description of this video, because we are here to promote our country and promote our counties and promote Africa. And once everything ticks, we will be exploring more countries around the world to see how people live, to see how people interact, to see how people develop, such that when we say Nairobi needs to be like a city in Bulgaria, we know what you are saying, and you can always compare the way we have like Dr. Hari, who always tells us and shares some insights. The way we met our supporter from the UK, described how UK is. The way we always interact with those who have traveled to Finland. They always describe how the city, how the places are, and they always wish that some parts of our country, that is Kenya, to have a more vibrant and long-term solutions in terms of how citizens live, the development processes happening, and name them. So feel free to comment, feel free to reach us via our email, feel free to reach us via our WhatsApp. Thank you.
Shifting news. Explore, feel, shift.